Hey guys, today we will look at the syllabus and past HSC questions. We want to really identify how questions are asked. The idea of this video is not to predict future questions, but rather understand the types of questions that may be asked and how the Board of Studies has implemented the glossary of terms within these questions. We need to first acknowledge that all the questions you're about to see are the property of the Board of Studies and are only being used for educational purposes. We would hope that teachers can use this video in one of a couple of ways: to showcase the different types of questions that might be asked and to also provide students with practice questions to receive feedback. If you are a student, feel free to pause the video throughout and utilize the past HSC questions to practice. Don't forget, your teachers love receiving all these extra questions to mark, so make sure you utilize that. So let's begin or start with the glossary of terms. So knowing the glossary of terms is fundamental. It is really a guide for you as a student to help structure your answers, as well as knowing how much depth to go into in each question. You can find a list of the glossary of terms on the Board of Studies website, or even better, you can review your syllabus and look at the Learn To columns and see what glossary terms are used. So for this video, we have broken apart the Core 1 syllabus dot point by dot point to show you every question that has been asked in the HSC since 2010. The first dot point is measuring health status. You can see that there are 4 questions. 2 are outline questions, a term that comes straight from the glossary. The other style of question asks how. As we move into the next dot point, you will start to notice as we go the use of how, what, and why as terms that are starting to be more and more commonly used. The groups experiencing health inequities seem to have been a very common dot point for questions in HSC previously. There has been an even spread of questions from the students learn about side of the syllabus. This area of the syllabus is a fairly big dot point to cover. Make sure you choose wisely when researching another group other than ATSE. You can see that there have been questions previously asked directly related to CVD and cancer, and that growing and aging population has had 1 question asked previously. Again, a reminder that we can't predict whether or not this dot point will produce future questions. Make sure you create notes on every syllabus dot point. The next large dot point on healthcare in Australia has drawn a lot of previous questioning. This is such an important area of concern in our society, so it is important to research and understand this dot point. Again, what seems to be a common term being used to answer questions. Moving on to the very last dot point, health promotion based on Ottawa Charter. Now, most students and teachers will be prepared for this mainly because of the frequency of the questions arising. You can see there are a lot of 8-mark questions, so you really need to know your stuff and be able to provide a lot of examples. So as you can see, every dot point has the potential to have questions asked. We advise you to make detailed notes, know and understand the syllabus, and be prepared to answer any style of question. Remember, being prepared will make the trial and HSC a lot less stressful on you. Thanks guys, take a good look at this resource, have a look at the questions, practice answering these questions because you never know, they might come up again. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.